Welcome to ItzRafiq. Here is the solution video of class 10 Computer Science Practical Kamrup Metro District. So here are two C programs. First program is we have to find out the summation of 1 cube, 2 cube till n cube. And the second program we have to display the pattern 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. These programs we have already done, but still I am showing the complete program. So this is the first program. Here we have taken three variables I, J, S, I for number of rows, J for number of columns, and S for spaces. And here this is for question number 3. Question number 1 is this one. I have taken three variables n to store the value of n, I for loop, and sum we initialize as 0. After it will take the value of n from the user and will start a loop. We'll start the loop from 1 and we'll go till n, and each time we'll do plus plus, and inside the loop we will increase the value of sum by adding the cube of I. Means the I value of I will be at first 1, after that at the last it will be whatever value user give and that one. Suppose if user give 4, then it will be like 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube, and this will be added to the sum, and at last will display the output. So the result will be similar to like this. If we execute the program, suppose if I give the value of n as 5, then the output will be 225. How 225? It will be like 1 cube is 1, then 2 cube is 4, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 9, then 4 cube is 64, and 5 cube is 125. If we add them all, the answer will come as 225. Now question number 2, this pattern, let's go to the question. The pattern 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To display the pattern, the program will be similar to like this. We'll have three variables I, J, S, and I number of rows, S for spaces, and J for number of columns. And I will start from 1, will go till 3, and I plus plus. And S will start from 1, will do 3 minus I. Means at first line 3 minus I will be 1, so we'll get 2 spaces. Second line will get 1 spaces. And third line will not get any space, so third line directly start from the margin. And next for loop will start from the I from 1, J from 1, means column from 1 start, and it will go till value of I, whatever value of I will multiply it by 2 and minus 1, means at first time I will be 1, so 1 into 2, 2, 2 minus 1, 1 will get 1 time only. Second time 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 1, 3 will get 3 time. So let's execute the program. So you can see this will be the output. Now we will go to the HTML part. So this is the question for HTML. We have to create an HTML document on topic, table, and image. Means we have to create a table and we have to create a image. So first web page should contain two frames. First web page should contain two frames. One frame contain table and another frame contain image. So this will be the code to create the question number 2. Here the first page, this part you will write to create the frames, doc type HTML head, title you will be creating frames. Inside body, in heading 1 you can write the title, and after that we will write iframe1 code. Iframe src, you will write the frame name. Suppose in F1 our table is located, then height and width, then iframe close, and again second line, same line will be repeat, just src part will change. F2 means here my image page is located, and you will close the iframe, body close, HTML close, frame page done. And you will create one more page which you will give as F1. In F1 you will create a simple table. Here no need to write head and body, directly you write the table code, and you will create one more page. Here you will insert an image. Here you just write the code for the image, no need to write head and body, anything else. Now you'll save all the 3 pages, and the first page you can give any name, but next 2 pages, what name you are providing here in src, it should be exactly same. If you give different name, then it will come as not found. So now as I have saved it on desktop, the page name is frames. So if I open the page, you will see there will be 2 frames, and in each frames 1 frame table and 1 frame the image appear. Now we'll go to the question number 3. This is MySQL question. We have to create a table in MySQL database. The table name is student, and the table should contain this information: roll number, student name, section, date of admission, total mark. So let's try it. First we'll open MySQL databases. This question also might be required for theory examination, so practice for theory exam as well. In MySQL, first we'll log in with the password and we'll create a database. You can write your own name for creating the database. Suppose I am writing RA. After that, we'll have to select the database. For that, command is use the name of the database, and now we'll create a table. For that, the command is create table, the name of the table, that is student. Now we'll go to next line, or we can continue in same line also. First, our first column is roll number, data type is int, and constraint is primary key. And second one, the field name is std name, data type is worker, size is 20, and constraint is not null. Not null, there is a space. And third one, let's see what is there. Then we have section, data type is character, date of admission, and total marks. So we'll write here section. Section will contain just one character, so char, and size is 1. Then next data type field is date of admission, so we'll write date of admission, data type is date. Now next, the field name is total mark, and data type is integer. After that, we'll close bracket and put a semicolon and press enter key. If there is no error, then we'll get the output is query OK. So query OK came, that means our table is created. So first question done. Now we'll move to the next question. Enter 5 records. So we'll have to enter 5 records. For that, the command is insert into student values. We'll come to next line. First we'll write a roll number, then we'll write a name. After that, we'll write section, let it be A. Then we'll write date of admission 2024-401. Then we'll write total marks, let it be 500. Then bracket. Then we can do comma here and enter. And we'll write again next record. Here we'll change the value. In place of 1 we'll write 2. In place of Aman we can write some other name. And section also we can change. After that, marks we can change a bit. Enter. Now we'll write third record. We'll change the name. Section, let it be C. Date of admission same only. Total marks change. Record 4. Here roll number is 4 now. Name will give some other. Section again will give as A. Date of admission same, and total mark will change. Again now the last record, roll number 5, name will change. Now section B, date of admission is same, and here we can write total mark. As this is the last record, here we'll not put comma. Instead of comma, we'll put a semicolon. And if there is no error, we'll get the output as query OK. So we got query OK, that means the records are added to the table. Now next question, display the records in ascending order of student name. For doing ascending order, we use order by clause. So we'll write the query like that way. Select star from student where part is not required, order by, then the column name is student name, then ascending ASC, then semicolon and enter. You can see actually I entered only ascending wise, so they are already ascending, but they came this way. Now their roll number 1 2 is same, after that it's arranged. Then next question, change the data type of student name to worker 25. Here we are going to use modify clause, so we'll use alter table student modify, then we'll write name of the column, that is student name, then data type, the data type is worker, then size, the new size is 25, then we'll put semicolon to execute the query. So query OK, that means this question also done. Now question number C, add a new column class after student name. So we have to add a new column which will contain class. So we'll write alter table student, then add name of the column, the name of the column is class, and data type we can give integer. After that position we have to add the column after student name, so we'll write after std name, then semicolon, then query OK, that means this one also done. Now the question number E, display the record of the students whose section is B. So here we'll write select star from student where section equal within inverted comma B, then semicolon. Now we can see the record of the student whose section is B. So this way we can do the MySQL questions. For the queries, you will have to practice the commands whatever included in book, and the commands will come from there only. So I hope you have understood how to do the questions. Thank you for watching. See you in a new video. Till then, take care and bye.